5:30, sharing the waterways. The Coast Guard says more people on the Buffalo River means everyone needs to be alert so that congestion at canal side doesn't cause problems. News 4's Jen Shantz has some safety reminders tonight.
Just keep out of the way of the boats.
Rentals at canal side are booming.
Thank you.
Staff says on any given day they have hour-long waits for kayaks, paddle boards, or water bikes. But their customers aren't alone on the Buffalo River.
We had to be careful that a boat wasn't going to hit us or that we weren't going to run into other boats. So it was something that we had to be aware of.
With small watercrafts plus dozens of boats, there's been some traffic backup at canal side.
For kayakers, really need to be aware of how small they are compared to the other boats. Their visibility is much less.
There's no set right-of-way rule. Petty Officer Josh Fennell of the U.S. Coast Guard says everyone should pay attention, but those smaller crafts need to be on the defensive while on the water.
Fennell says especially on narrow waterways like at canal side, it's important for kayakers to stay along the edge of the water as opposed to cutting through the center.
But he says boats have a responsibility too.
Really need to be aware of their wake as well too. Even some of the larger boats at 5 or 10 knots can throw a pretty large wake and it can interrupt other traffic.
The wake speed on the Buffalo River is 5 miles per hour. It's 10 at the outer harbor.
Some of the boats coming up from behind the kayakers, I was kind of worried for the little kids that were closer than we were.
You would just be out there and all of a sudden a boat comes right up behind you and you might not even notice it, and then you have to hurry up and get out of the way.
If boats exceed the wake speed, they can get a ticket. For safety, Fennell says any small craft operators should have on a life jacket and a whistle.
Now, there haven't been any kayak versus boat collisions on the river so far this summer. The Coast Guard is hoping to keep it that way. They say in addition to following those safety tips, staying out of the water when conditions are rough is another way to avoid problems. Reporting at Canal Side, Jen Shantz, News 4.